Welcome, everyone, to our directionH Private Association's Doctor and Doctor Call. This is Dr. Race Myers, and I've been active in the health and nutrition industry since the early 70s and a practicing doctor of chiropractic since 1980. I have dedicated my professional life to helping people have a better, longer, and healthier life. Today we have Dr. Wilson, the co-founder and formulator of directionH, and he's been a natural health care doctor and product formulator for over 40 years. And we're going to discuss what is the purpose of directionH in someone's life. Dr. Wilson, could you give us a brief understanding of directionH?
Dr. Myers, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to be working with you for over those almost last 30 years, dedicated to one thing in mind, and that's to help people have a better day. So why do we produce the products of directionH? For you to have a better day. Helping people have a better day has been the focus of my life for the last 55 years. But here's the thing about having a better day. First, you must choose to have a better day, and then you must do what it takes. Doing what it takes requires knowing what works. And how do we know what works? Well, knowing what works begins with understanding the intelligence of nature. And to help understand the intelligence of nature, let's take a look at the human design of the intelligence of nature. Our physical bodies are an incredible masterpiece of function. You have in your body 100 trillion cells. That's 200,000 times the inhabitants of Earth, and you have that all contained within your system. These cells are divided into primarily 12 different systems that all interact and function together. Let's just take a few highlights of some of these systems. You have a nerve system. Your brain has 100 billion nerves. 100 billion nerves inside your brain. That's 4 times more than the next closest animal. If you took all the nerve bundles and stretched them end to end, you would have 45 miles of nerve bundles. If you take the individual neurons out and stretch them end to end, you would have in excess of 100,000 miles of nerves running through your system, and they are transmitting impulses and information back into that 100 billion nerves in your brain at rates of up to 500 meters per second. Let's look at our cardiovascular system. You have 60,000 miles of blood vessels running through your body. Your heart will beat 35 million times this year. And if you live to be 100, that means your heart will beat 3.5 billion times during your lifetime. You have 6 quarts of blood. That's 1.5 gallons. And you are producing 200 million new red blood cells every hour. We have a lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is double the blood system. You have about 3 gallons in there, and that's like our ocean. Everything drains into it. It's our detoxification system. You have an immune system. We've all heard of white blood cells. Well, you have 403 different kinds of immune cells. Let's take the endocrine system. One endocrine gland, the pituitary, produces 9 different categories of hormones. One of those categories is called the growth hormone. Inside of growth hormone, there are 100 different growth hormones that each do a different function. As another example, you produce 12 different forms of serotonin, each with a different function. Our digestive system is 30 feet long. You have over 600 muscles. You have 206 bones in your body. You have a respiratory tract that has 500,000 air sacs, 1,500 miles of air passageways, and creates a surface area the size of a tennis court. all inside your lungs. How about our reproductive system? You can reproduce life. We have a genital urinary system for detoxification that's pumping gallons of fluids every hour. And then you have on the outside our skin, our integument. It is a protection, it's a filter, it's an absorption system, and it's in constant interaction with over 1,000 species of bacteria. Your body is producing 300 billion new cells every day, and 300 million are dying every minute. The intelligence of nature is complex. Our human design inside of nature is complex, and it's intelligent. It's working together. All those 12 systems are synchronized and functioning together constantly all the time. And if it's handled correctly, it should last for 100 years. Amazing. All of those 100 trillion cells require nourishment. They require tools for function, tools for support. They require water. They require air, and they require the tools for metabolism. And where are we going to get those tools of metabolism? Where are we going to find them? We all know about air. We know about water. Where are we going to get the tools to be able to function, to be able to live to that 100 years of age and coordinate those 100 trillion cells constantly at all times? So what is the design for nourishment? Let's consider how life works. Life works by sun beaming down on the planet. That light is now captured in the plants. That's the energy of life. Without sunlight being captured by those plants, you have no life. No sun, no life. No plants, no life. That's where it all starts. That's why we use plants. All animals, at one way or another, are dependent upon plants for their biochemistry. There's actually diseases that are defined by animals and humans eating dirt. It is not natural. If we take compounds out of the earth as dirt and eat them, that is not a natural source. Man-made compounds, taking minerals from the earth and mixing them no matter what, are still not natural. Synthetic chemicals are not compatible with the human design. Now, your body is intelligent and nature is intelligent, and they are designed to work together. And in plants, there's a synergy of the compounds that are found in plants. You can isolate out some of the compounds and watch a single function, but they all work together. And so the plants have a synergy of function greater than the sum of the parts. So when we produce products, when I formulate using whole plants. I use all the compounds in there because it's the intelligence of nature that has put them there as part of the design for us. So in the products of directionH, we have two categories. One is a metabolic design category, and one is a focused design category. In the metabolic design category, we have three different products. Our Direction Lean system, our Ultimate Results is what we call it now, our Carb Control, and our Protein First. Why do we call these metabolic design products? These are designed to support your metabolism into an improved pattern of function. When we look around the country and we look at the health that we are trending towards, the direction of the health in this country, it is not good. If we keep going down those trails, if we just keep following down that way, we're not going to gain benefit from that. we're not understanding the intelligence of nature. We're not understanding the intelligence of our human design. If we go back to the intelligence of our human design inside the design of nature, we can start to bring some changes around. What do we know about the design, the human design? Our human design is not meant to burn excessive carbohydrates. We can tolerate some, but not many. That's the design. No animal in nature can live on the degree of carbohydrates that we consume without getting sick. And neither can we. And it's obvious what's happening in our society. The metabolic design products are meant to be able to transition a metabolism that's stuck in the modern pathways and move it into the natural pathways where the intelligence is, where the body can function correctly. That's the ultimate results system, our direction lean system. The reason we call it ultimate results is because it requires assistance. We find that people do much better when they have a coach. So our ultimate results system is a combination of the direction lean plus coaching. Coaching, ongoing coaching to make sure you get results. We're all about results. We don't want it not to work because you don't understand or you don't follow it. Carb control is an added addition at some point because we understand that carbohydrates are a part of society. And carbohydrates are the most addicting substance on earth. But they're so socially acceptable that they are presented to you at every turn. In a social setting, you may feel you need to consume carbohydrates. But most people who, once they start eating carbs, find they're trapped. And they can't say no. They can't say no to the addiction of carbohydrates. That's what carb control is for. To be able to say no to the addiction of carbohydrates. Choose when you want to, choose when you don't want to. And our protein first. Most people are under protein. They don't eat enough protein. The protein first is a easily digested protein source that you can use during the transition to boost your protein intake. Now, many people also continue with it because it's a very easily digested, economical form of protein. And as we all know, protein is the most sought-after substance as far as nutrition goes. It has the highest value. So we want to be able to provide that. And then we have our focused design products. We have the Brain series, which is 24 Brain and Brain Peace. We have our EAs, and we have our Natural Moments. We can consider our 24 Brain to be an extensive, complete immune support system. It is absolutely amazing the feedback we get when people start taking 24 Brain on just how long it's been since the last time they got sick. Does it happen right away? You have to nourish those 403 immune cells for them to become stronger. You have to make the lifestyle choices that will assist them. If you do, then it will. We've seen it every time. It's a two-part system, the 24 Brain. It has a day and a night because the energies of your body, your immune function, changes from day to night. They all need to be supported for optimal function. That's the design. Then we have another product called Brain Peace. Brain Peace is our anti-inflammatory, anti-anxiety, chronic pain product. It's the #1 seller in directionH because we live in those times, high anxiety times. It's a great product to settle it down. It's a product that most people feel right away. It's a product that brings great rewards. Being anxious takes you out of your healing pathways. Then we have our energy adjustment products. Our energy adjustments products are designed to elevate your function so you have energy on the demand without creating anxiety, without creating anxiousness, without creating nervousness. It just elevates your system to a whole new platform of function. Then our natural moments, our newest product. These are designed to support the vitality of your system. Your ability to move forward in life will depend upon your ability to experience in the moment. You can't experience in the moment without the energy to experience in the moment. The energy to experience in the moment is based on your pleasure pathways. For you to learn, for you to move forward, for you to have focus, for you to have drive, for you to have motivation, for you to have hormonal stability, for you to handle the day-to-day in and out rigors of life, you must have vitality. And this product resupplies the vitality pathways, your pleasure pathways, that are set in the biological clocks of time, and they eventually just run out of juice. They run out of ability to function. By reestablishing, by supplying the tools and supporting those pathways to greater vigor and strength, you now can move forward in life. And it's natural. That's why we call it natural moments. These are natural functions. That doesn't mean they're average and that everyone has them. As a matter of fact, we find now that most people, their pleasure pathways are depleted. Where is their pleasure in life? Where is your pleasure in life? And all our products are always formulated according to the design of nature to match the human design. And why do our products work? Our products work because it's how life works. At directionH, we choose the intelligence of nature. And after 40 years of being a natural healthcare doctor and consulting with over 400,000 people, I can assure you that you can trust your health to nature. You know, when we think about it, you do anyway. And to that end, we let the experience of reality be our greatest communicator. And why do we do all this? Because my wish for you is to have a better day.
Thank you, Dr. Wilson. That was a great overview. And it reminded me, too, as we, being in professional practice, we see patients and practice members on a day in and day out basis. And our ultimate goal for them is that they become healthier and have a healthier and longer life. Sometimes patients and members don't always want that. And so part of our process is really helping people understand they have the ability to have better health. They have the ability to actually control the outcome of where they're going to be at in 5, 10, 15 years. And as you were saying with a 24 brain, people that have been on that year in and year out, after the first year, people are coming in talking about how they didn't have to take time off of work. They're feeling better. They're doing more stuff with their kids, with their grandkids. But when you get into that about 18-month, 2-year mark of monthly taking the 24 brain, the body's immune function is so much stronger that even when you come in contact with people that have a low immune system and their body is fighting off something because it doesn't have the ability not to have symptoms, they just breeze by them. They're the people that come into a room and someone's hacking and coughing and spewing stuff all over, and they walk out and never feel a symptom, where half the room might wake up the next morning feeling lots of symptoms. And I can see it day in and day out with my patients that they're getting healthier not only neurologically as I help them in my practice, but also metabolically as they start to use these nutrients in their system the way the body was designed to use food. I mean, how many times do you have people, I know you have had people in the past, come in and bring their bag of potions they're taking and stuff they bought at different stores. And they're made up of literally rocks and chemicals. And because they're listed as a certain vitamin or certain mineral, they think they're getting everything they need. But like you said, if we were designed to eat dirt, there'd be no starvation in the world. The process is we're designed to eat animals and plants that have nurtured that energy and that life force from the sun and from the earth that gives us the nutrients we need to function and have metabolic processes. And the more natural we are with that process, the cleaner we are in feeding our metabolism, giving it the right tools, the better chance we have of making it over that 100 mark, and not just being stuck in a wheelchair somewhere in a corner drooling on ourselves, but actually having a life, being active, doing the things we want to do as we grow and mature. So again, Dr. Wilson, thank you very much for that overview. We're getting up to our time here, so if anybody has any questions, please email memberservices@directionh.org. Again, that's memberservices@directionh.org, and we'll be sure to get back to you as quick as possible. And make sure to watch your emails at the beginning of next month for our next Doctor and Doctor call in the subject pattern. Remember, at Direction H, we are all about health and allowing you to have better health in the future. Thank you.